Philippians 4:4, we come to this very well-known little verse. Paul says, "Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice." Now, when we first read through the book of Philippians, we notice that Paul uses this word, rejoice and joy, many times. In fact, 16 times in the book of Philippians, he uses one form of that word or another. We've looked at the word many times and we realize that joy or rejoicing means giving thanks for God's grace. Those words are very closely connected in the original language of Greek that the New Testament is written in. And so what Paul is saying is that we as Christ followers living in these difficult days as citizens of heaven need to give thanks for grace. Now notice that Paul says, rejoice, and again I say rejoice. He repeats it to them. Just the very repetition of Paul's encouragement and challenge here helps us to understand that it is going to be difficult to live as faithful citizens of heaven in this culture. We know that, of course, when we look around us, we see everything that's going on. We see all the pressure that comes against those who stand opposed to all of the things that are being promoted in our world, all of the immorality and all of the things that are going on that are contrary to the standards of God's word. Paul says, rejoice, give thanks for God's grace, understand and believe that God is sovereignly in control of everything that is happening in this world, and that he will allow nothing to happen that is not for his glory and ultimately for our good. There is a confidence that we need to have in God's power if we are going to be able to stand. What does Paul say in Philippians chapter 3? He says we need to keep going. We need to leave behind the things that are past, and we need to reach forward for what is to come. What is coming? The Lord's return, the establishment of the Lord's kingdom, the overturning of all the injustice in this world. That's why Paul says we need to rejoice. We need to rejoice that those things are true. Despite everything that's going on around us, despite what it looks like is happening, understand that God is sovereignly in control of this world, and he will do all that he has purposed to do. Rejoice, my friends. Give thanks for the grace of God, and know that he is in control.